Okay, so welcome again, guys. So based on the last video, I actually said I'm going to be making a video on reflected XSS first. On the types of XSS, that's what I said I am going to make a video on. But this time I will start with the reflected and I move to the next one, which is either the DOM or the stored. So I'll go on further like that. So first off, let's have an example today on reflected XSS. I'll just be showing you a quick example using Portugal Labs. So let's get started, guys. First thing first, just go to Portugal Labs, register, like have an account with them, register an account, then go to this academy section. Then you should find all labs, stuff like that. Yeah. So this lab contains you are free to read up on this stuff, on whatever is being given, like the instruction or whatever warning is being given. For this one, is just this lab contains a simple reflected cross-site scripting vulnerability in the search functionality. To solve the lab, perform a cross-site scripting attack that calls the alert function. Yeah, that's what we have for this lab now. So just access the lab. So for it now, okay, yeah, reflected XSS into HTML context with nothing encoded. So you don't need any encoding for this stuff, because there are some XSS payloads you might need to encode because of probably the way the JavaScript has been written or the backend side of the code has been written. But this one is just straightforward example. So let's get started. For example, so for reflected, I told you it reflects back into the source code, or reflects back on the link site, something like this side of the code. You might see, for example, let's search something like I have used a lot of example here, so go. Let's use something like car. You enter car here. If you see on your search bar, you can see on the link side is bringing out this search query, which is car. On this, using this this query side, search equals car, that means you're on the search part. That's what you search for. It's being reflected back into your bar, into your search bar. So that means definitely if you check your developer option, like if you check developer option side, I think I've done it in one of my videos like that. So I've done it, or you can just use inspect elements. You get this car, inspect. You should definitely find car. You can see this car, and we are already, you can see now from this car side, if you can press Ctrl F if you are in maybe search code, in the source code. You can see the car you searched is reflecting in just one single place. You can see here it's reflecting in just one single place, which is the H1 tag. The search result for car is right here. So first thing you should do is go to your web proxy. For me, I use Kaido. Change this your Foxy proxy. You should have set it up. I don't know if everyone knows how to set up Foxy proxy, but it's sort of direct. You just change this forward to Q, then you reload this car. Just reload it. Yeah, so this is my results. You can see car. That's the car here. So I'll just send this to replay. Yeah, I'll send this to replay. I turn this off so that I don't keep seeing other query or search results like that here. So this is it. So from here to, you can use Ctrl F, same thing, just find the result car. Same thing we found on there. Yeah, you can still see we are still under the H1 tag, and it has just one match around here, just one match for it. This is the car. You can see it here, right here. So next, that means your whatever you enter into the search is being reflected back into the code, and you know where you are trapped in. So the only thing you just need to do is just like craft a simple payload, something like script, using my script, then alert, let's say bracket, just write here. I prefer using numbers. I don't have time putting the apostrophe most of the time for alphabets. You get script. Script here. We have the script. So this is a simple payload I will be using to pop that up. So I just hit my copy. It's copy here. Then inside the payload, right in front of your search, you know the reason why I'm going to be leaving this car in the request I'm forwarding back to my work proxy to get my response is because if I just leave this script tag down and I leave it and I forward it straight into my response to find wherever I'm trapped, like if in case there are sometimes you might be working with payloads that might actually not give you a specific pop or a specific result. So to search where you are trapped in the source code, you might need to input a specific word that is like unique to you that you can remember that okay, yeah, I inputted this word myself. Because if I just put script, ordinary script, there are a lot of scripts on the response side. So if I just put in script and I go back to here now, like where this car is, for example, if I just press script here, I might just get it. Like you can see there are four matches for script tag, and I've not even inputted my own script, so I might get trapped and I might get confused. So yeah, but instead of that, if I just input something like car, I'm going to see it straight up. This is the car. So if I put my payload, I can just put my payload right in front of it, like the payload we copied earlier, which is the script alert server. So just send it here. Yeah, so you can see it's just reflecting straight up. Like once I see the car, I know that what follows is the script tag it gets. So everything is being put under the H1. Yeah, so this is the script tag. Everything is being put here. But wait, I forgot a second. Yeah, the less than sign for the script. See, hold on. Where is my S? Okay, yeah, I can see that now. Okay, yeah, send. So yeah, this is it too. It is being passed as normal code. You can see under the H1 you have a script like this is the first script tag, this is the closing end of the tag of the script, and this is the closing side of the H1. This is the opening side of the script, which means, and this is the opening side of the H1 tag, which is the heading. It's just heading 1. You should know a bit of HTML if you are going into web backend. Actually, know a bit of HTML, JS, JavaScript, and probably some other backend functionalities like the PHP, some of these SQL database, whatever. So you should know a bit of them. You don't need to fully like start programming with them. Just have an idea, know how they work, know how to read them. So because they'll be essential, you'll be reading most of your codes from the backend side, you get from the source code side. So you need to understand these things. Let's go on. Since we have a, let me check the response. We have a 200 OK for this. I'm guessing, yeah, we have a 200 OK for this response. So just right click, copy URL, paste in your URL. Let's see what we have. Yeah, this is my 56. So you can see it's being reflected back. So instead of this 56, in a real life scenario, if you are trying, depending on what you are trying to carry out on the site, if you are trying to like hack this, no, don't let me say hack the site. You might be performing a penetration testing on the site. Maybe you were asked to test the site. So instead of this 56, a penetration tester might actually put in something to exploit or direct user or anything to at least get a valid access into the database of a system. Like that's a full, so it will be part of your pen testing report. But for a bug bounty author, you don't need all those. So that's the difference between bug bounty and penetration testing. Bug bounty is just like test for this thing, input some unnecessary details, something like 56, whatever. But if it's a penetration testing, you might need to enter something like probably a beef link. Yeah, a link for beef, probably a hook for beef. To still user token, still user cookies, probably anything malicious. But for bug hunting, this is just a valid proof. Just submit whatever you want to do. So this is an example of how Reflected XSS works. So by that, you've solved this lab for Reflected. So just know next time, target things like here, this search results for a Reflected XSS. And there's another way to actually do this, to go about this lab. Yeah, so let me just show. You can just do this instead. Let me show you. Let me quickly show you. Instead of going through their site, you can change whatever request you want to do. Yeah, let's say this time let's search for a van. Search van. Yeah, so the van is reflected here. Instead of going through the long method of okay, intercept request, blah blah. Intercept request is actually to help you show parts of the web page that is not being shown on the website itself. So it's going to display everything in the intercept. Whenever you're intercepting a request, it's going to display everything. So for example, let's put our payload back here that we copied. You can remember I copied the payload earlier. Yeah. Then right here we put in the payload, which is the script file, blah 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 blah. So let's change the number. Let me just put something else like, okay, 60. Yeah, then hit enter. This should work also. You see, I didn't need to stress myself and go to the web proxy. So it's just that easy. But in real life scenario, it is not this easy. Don't let me lie to you here. So this is an example of how reflected XSS work. So we have other ways. It's not only search bars. You can look for reflected XSS. You might look for it in the comment side. Yeah, you might look for it in the comment side. You might just anywhere that accepts user input. You get, that's where you can search for XSS. So I hope you like this video and enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Stay tuned for more.